I am here to express my solidarity and my political party's solidarity with you, your cause, and your larger mission. Already, Udit Rajji has spoken. He is part of our party. I can see another former JNU student president, Shakil Ahmed, who is our MLA from Bihar. I can see our NSUI president, Neeraj Kundan here. Our presence here is to tell you that we are with you and we are with the cause that you are fighting for. I have not studied at JNU, I have given talks there, and I have been a member of the court and raised issues every year. I will continue to do so. But most recently, I had come to JNU for ideas for the Congress manifesto. And the people and professors I spoke to there, I went to specifically because they knew the challenges and the realities of rural India, of agrarian crisis, of the poor, and about what is happening in the economy and what needed to be done to remedy that. I went to JNU because I know that is where I would get the best scholarship, but I would also get the compassionate perspective, the perspective that would demonstrate empathy for those who have been left behind by the market economy, empathy for those who are striving and aspiring to break through, to break the shackles of inequality that has suppressed them for generations and millennia. And those were the ideas that I got there, and those ideas we incorporated in our manifesto. And I will continue to keep coming and continue to keep discussing with the professors and the students because you care for those who are left behind, and you care enough to want to make sure that everyone gets a chance to board the train to progress and prosperity, but in an inclusive manner, in a manner that respects diversity. And now, over the last 5.5 years that I've been in Parliament, the last 3-4 years that I've been on the court, what I have seen are concerted, systematic efforts to try and destroy one of India's greatest social science universities, greatest universities. The government cannot help, but when they conduct these rankings, JNU still shows up right on top. And they cannot stomach that. So they are trying to find new ways and new methods to try and put a spanner in the works, to disrupt your ability to express your views, to protest when you feel the need to take on national and local and personal issues related to the campus and elsewhere. And there's been an extraordinary attempt over the last few years to muzzle the freedom of expression of all of you and all Indians. Today, we are on the verge of a silent police Raj, a Raj where there is a powerful home minister who will dictate who will get what and who will be threatened with what, and how agencies that are supposed to be independent will be unleashed on people who choose to stand up to the establishment. We have to fight this. We are there with you and we will continue to be there. But I must tell you that this larger issue, right from day one, what I see the Vice Chancellor and others doing is throwing aside all norms of how do you work together to bring about change if change is needed. This is not about hostel fees alone. This is about the processes that you use to work with the campus community, with the students, with the staff, with the faculty, and with external entities who all have a stake, with alumni who have a stake in strengthening the institution, in ensuring more access. When I first came across the deprivation point scheme, I marveled at how inclusive it was, how futuristic it was in terms of taking reservations and affirmative action to its tangible reality. It ensured that the larger measures that we have today, just examination results, would not be alone the criterion for who would come in and who would not come in. You took into account this much more holistic understanding of what the background of students are, whether they are first generation learners, whether they have come from village schools, whether they are women who have not had anyone else study in their families before. And you created that opening for all of them to come to this wonderful university and to share in the work of those who have gone before us, to create new knowledge, to engage with ideas, and to stand up for principles. And when we think of JNU, we think of all of you standing for freedom of expression, standing in protest against all kinds of brutalities and inequalities. But that is not what they are after. They want to demoralize you. And these forces will use doctored tapes. And their allies in the media will spread those lies, and they will try to pin labels on you that should have no place, in any democracy anywhere. We are all patriots, and we are all fighting for a better India. And there are different ways of doing so, different ways of expressing what you want. This business of fees, this business of is a larger issue of what is the commitment of the government to creating opportunities through education for the coming generations. It is not about one particular fee here and another fee there. There is a responsibility on the part of the government, and this Congress government, from the time of the person for whom, the great hero for whom your university is named, from that time we recognize that there is a role for public funded education, that education must be accessible and open to all, regardless of merit and background, caste or creed or religion or gender or any of that sort. And that is what you have always emphasized. Today there are attempts to muzzle that and to change that. But we need more universities. Let new universities flourish. Let them be private even if need be. But the public universities should remain public, low cost, accessible to all, and you must ensure that they will not get privatized through the front door or through the back door, through ways of forcing professors to essentially turn the world of academia into a police state again by having whatever that biometric attendance. That is not the way you nurture knowledge creators, people who need to be able to think, people who need to be able to work, and people who demonstrate through their impact on the world of scholarship, through their impact on the world of ideas, the kind of commitment that they demonstrate to knowledge creation and knowledge sharing. I would not be here if not for what education has created as opportunities. My father, he was not a poor man, he was from a landlord family in southern Karnataka, but he is the second college graduate from his village. And he used to walk 9 miles every morning to school. His elder brother was the first college graduate. He was a big hero of the Quit India movement. He was elected to the Lok Sabha 6 times. My late uncle, M.V. Krishnappa, whose centenary we are celebrating this year, and he founded the dairy movement of Karnataka, which has taken resources and wealth to every family in our region. He is the Korean equivalent, and my late father was speaker as well. But one generation later, because they had that education, I went to the Wharton School and got a PhD. My brother has a degree from Harvard. That is the kind of mobility that is provided by education. And I still have cousins who are tilling the field. So I can tell you that we must fight to ensure that this equality of opportunity is enshrined and made tangible and real in every way possible. And what Modi Sarkar is trying to do, whether they did it in the Central University of Hyderabad to Rohit Vemula and others, whether in the Tata Institute of Social Sciences, whether in the National Law School in Bangalore, everywhere we must stand up and combat their measures. Their measures are subtle, their measures are subversive, and their measures are aimed at shackling us, at destroying our ability to go out there and do what we do best, which is to be people who embrace ideas, who embrace freedoms, who call for azadi from all kinds of social evils. And we will be there with you in this fight for azadi. And I commend you for this. Stay united, stay peaceful, and whatever the provocation, and we, inside Parliament and outside, we will take this struggle forward, and we will ensure that you get justice and that the university will remain what it has always been, a bastion for freedom of expression, for freedom of ideas, for creating the best of Indian talent that goes on to change the world. Thank you very much.
नेशनल दस्तक की आपसे गुजारिश है कि अगर इसको बचाना चाहते हैं तो नेशनल दस्तक को सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए रेड कलर के सब्सक्राइब बटन को दबाएं, फिर बेल आइकन की घंटी दबाएं। नेशनल दस्तक को बचाने के लिए बहुत जरूरी है कि हर खबर को शेयर करें, लाइक करें, कमेंट जरूर करें।